Hypocrisy.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Lawsplaining the Interwebs. I am your host, Nick Rekieta of Rekieta Law, a small law firm in central Minnesota. What is up, my dudes? What's happening? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Come give your Uncle Nicky a hug. How's it going, guys? Man, it is whew. I was laying there in bed. So I'm gonna be on with Mahler and Rags on Saturday for EFAP, which some of you guys hate, which is fine, and you should. You should hate everything. Anything you have the opportunity to hate, take that opportunity and embrace it. Hate everything. Yeah, so I'll be on with Mahler and Rags for EFAP on Saturday. We will be finishing up She-Hulk. That's right. We will be finishing up She-Hulk. And so, in prep, still wearing this. Yes, this is a shirt I wore today. I hate you guys. I hate you. In preparation for EFAP, Lady Rackets and I finished the last 3 episodes of She-Hulk today. My God. It was so bad. It was so fucking bad. We hear well. Nick, have you changed your shirt in 2 days? Yes. Oh my God. It was terrible. It's such a fucking terrible show. I don't know what to do about it. So I had to finish it up, and I was depressed after watching it. I just laid there in horror, and then I kept falling asleep constantly. Lady Rackets looked over at me and she said, "Please turn any other TV show on. Don't make me go to bed after watching She-Hulk." And I was like, what do you even put on? Does TV even anymore? God, it was awful. So then she had me put on Friends because she's watching through Friends, because it's the only thing I could think of that's close to as bad as She-Hulk. But hey, if she's sitting there watching Friends, so she turns on Friends and I'm asleep constantly, like just trying to do stuff on my phone, doesn't work, just pass out. God, it was so bad. What do you want? Oh, Ryan, that's very, very reassuring. Thank you for that lovely message of warning. I will disconnect you if necessary somehow. I think I can kick you out. I don't know if I can, actually. All right. Sounds good. Ryan, the editor, and I are trying something new. We're trying this thing where he hangs out, and if I like forget to reframe a shot, I know that sounds gay. If I forget to, turn the camera, like make myself big when I make some impassioned speech, he's going to do that so he doesn't have to worry about it in post. So that's going to be bad. That's going to be a disaster. We'll figure out how that works. So, okay. Anyway, so I just kept falling asleep, and then Lady Rag's like, "Don't you have to go do a show?" It's like, oh God, why? So that's why I was late. Every day I have a different story for why I was late, but the reality is I'm just late. Okay. So what are we doing tonight? Okay, we've got some new LawTube drama. Since LawTube drama is the thing, everybody's gotta be talking about and grifting off of. I'm going to talk about LawTube drama as the only person qualified to deal with any drama ever, self-appointed the expert on drama. So I will talk about the newest LawTube drama. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, you probably already know I am referring to the beefing between Natalie, the lawyer chick, and Andrew Branca. Andrew Branca. So we'll be talking about that in a little bit. I'm going to talk a little bit about why I hate the Darrell Brooks trial, because really, there are things about it that I really fucking hate. I really, really hate it. And then we're going to talk about JP Sears becoming based and red pilled. I mean, I know that this probably happened a while ago. But you got to understand, JP Sears is someone I would incidentally encounter on my YouTube feed. It's like, oh, that's a funny video, right? And he's got these little points and things, and they were pithy and funny and great. But I didn't realize that JP Sears seems to actually be not like a complete pile of garbage. He seems to actually be awesome, like not just comedy. And he's been doing some very dangerous comedy. So I wanted to maybe watch a little bit of JP Sears. And fucking hell, did I forget? I have I received a box. I received a box in the mail and I wanted to talk about it. But I left. I'm not going to bring what the contents of the box down. I'll describe them. Holy shit. Is that? I'll describe them, but I wanted to read the messages. Look at this, guys. No, not the community guidelines. Okay, anyway. How do I even dress myself in the morning? Well, I don't, clearly. I dress myself at night. But I forgot the Amazon slips of paper. I'm going to grab them because, I don't know, if someone goes through the effort of writing a very thoughtful and impassioned note, then I should read the note, I think. Should we do that? Okay. I'll be back like 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. So, I brought part of what's in the box. This is 4 boxes of strawberry Pop-Tarts. And they sent 5 of these. So 20 boxes of strawberry Pop-Tarts, technically speaking. It's a lot of fucking Pop-Tarts. Okay? That was in the box. The box was addressed to Fuckstick McShitface, Strip Mall Lawyer. So that was nice. The post office decided that belonged to me. So that was, I don't know how they figured that out. I don't know how they figured out that I was Fuckstick McShitface, Strip Mall Law. And they wrote these little notes. I can actually scan this QR code and send a thank you for them if I want. But I figured I'd read you the notes that they sent with them. All right. So here we go. Did you see that tweet exposing your lies about Keffels? Oh, you didn't because your Twitter is banned. Well, you can't tweet, but you can still be a twat. Get wrecked. Your Twitch is next from Keffels Clan. Okay. I'm glad that you're banned from YouTube. Now you can go hang out with your best friend, Andrew Tate. I bet you take 80% of your wife's wages too. Your dumb audience will tire of you only get laughs saying F slurs from Tate Sucks Dick. So Tate Sucks Dick sent that very thoughtful note on that one. Next, now is a good time to start your midlife crisis. Why don't you go out and buy a Corvette like all men with small penises? You can pretend that you are in Fast and Furious, then you can drive like Paul Walker. From Randy Savageburn. Holy shit. Oh, okay. That one, I loved that one a lot. Here we go. Each time you eat one of these 320 Pop-Tarts, think of the strawberry filling as Clara's monthly flow. Bigots like you can't accept Keffel's vagina is much tighter than yours. Your hate speech days are over. From Keffel's Owned You. And then here we go. The final note is, it's fun to see you and your LawTube friends fall apart over your banning. LawTube will fall apart just like you. Now that Amber Heard is free, you will be poor again. I didn't want you to go hungry. Depp is rapist, from Keffel's Clan. So there we go. Those are the warm notes. The warm notes I got for the strawberry Pop-Tarts. They came directly from Amazon. The Pop-Tarts are fine. They're fine. Don't worry about it. These are jokes and everything is okay. I thought they were hilarious though. I liked that. That was good. So thank you. Thank you to whoever sent the ones, especially driving like Paul Walker. That's brutal. Jesus. Oh, that joke hit me like I hit that, or like Paul Walker hit that fucking barrier. Holy shit, the locals works fast. We've got a meme, just memes dropping here. Fuckstick McShitface, Strip Mall Lawyer. Okay. Oh, the other thing is I'm getting copyright claims from the Associated Press on Johnny Depp coverage, which is a little bit interesting. So I will have to go in and contest those with loads of profanity. which I might do tonight. The Associated Press definitely does not own any of the footage that is from my streams, so they can eat all of the fucking cocks on the planet. But they're the Associated Press. They're already doing that. There's now a shortage. But we'll probably do one of those tonight on the show. Maybe 2 of them. We'll see. We'll see what's happening. Okay. First, let me read. There's a couple Rumble rants. I want to remind everybody I am grifting myself. Always grift yourself. Believe in the ball, Jake, and grift yourself. I'm grifting myself lately, and that is to say that the most lit chat on the internet, certainly for this show, but just in general, is the rekietalaw.locals.com live chat. It goes on during every live stream, whether I am the host or the guest. And actually, there is just a chat going 24 hours a day on rekietalaw.locals.com. It is $5 a month. If you ever send any Rumble rants at all, or super chats, or Odyssey anything, $5 a month will get you into the best chat that exists. They drop memes all day. It's free speech. It's wonderful. And it goes on. Like I said, it lasts long past the stream times. And people actually use it when they're watching like other LawTube stuff, I guess, or they're watching whatever, and they just hang out in the chat. And I'm going to be talking to locals about increasing that chat functionality even further, maybe having multiple chats going with different purposes, and some better organization on finding those chats. For now, the reason I only have one up there is just due to some platform issues about having them be easy to find. That's the only thing we're doing right now. But yeah, that's the idea. I think the live chat feature is a terrific one, and it's a really well functioning live chat that I want to make sure and help them develop out in ways that are useful for creators and fun for audiences. So yeah, come check that out. If you are not subscribed, I just have one question for you. If you're not subscribed, why are you gay?
Nigga, you gay.
Think about it. Okay. With that said, let's read these Rumble rants and let's get into the. Oh yes, and thank you, Spud Gun. When you sign up, when you sign up for the locals, for the monthly subscription, or if you want to do the annual subscription, you can. And you can also do more than $5 a month if you want. There's more coming eventually with all of that. But when you sign up, please, 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 for your benefit, it doesn't affect me at all. Sign up through the browser. Don't sign up through the app. Because if you sign up for the app, there's an extra fee charged by the Google and Apple app stores that gets charged to you. My cut's the exact same either way. So I'm telling you, sign up through the web page and save yourself a couple dollars. Please do that. But that's and also if you want to buy like coins and stuff through locals, do it through the web page, and then you can use those coins to do tips and stuff within the system. But buy everything in a browser. Then once you've purchased things and you want to use them, you can do that on the app just fine. So just a little bit of dollar savings for you guys. They said my cut is the same from locals no matter how you decide to interact. They front load that cost onto you because they're a creator centric platform, and that's how they model their whole thing. Did I call you a Keffels for not going to locals? No, I said gay. I asked why you were gay. I didn't ask why you were a pedophile. They're different. Okay, here we go. Samuel Founding Father says, Mr. Pope, I replied to your DM on Locals with Rick's from Good Luck America's number. You can text him, would be an awesome guest. Keep up the grift, you shyster lawyer. I will. I'll absolutely contact Rick from Good Luck America. Seems like a cool dude. Would love to have a conversation with him. K to the Swiss says, hey, you big nose horse ranged motherfucker. You're on Rumble. Play all the copyright BS you want. Fuck YouTube. Oh, yeah, no. I know. That's not a problem. The problem is they're copyright claiming my YouTube stuff that already exists. And I just don't abide bullshit copyright claims. Vinny D95 says, nose man or Pope knows, switching careers due to medical reasons, from trucking to CNC gunsmithing. I just need help with my truck, getting a gasket, and head work. Well, everybody's looking for some head work, homie. And he's got a Give, Send, Go here. The Give, Send, Go. It's givesendgo.com / all caps TRDWTS. I can't, well, I'm not going to bring it up because I don't know about that, but I'll share it in the 3 chats. So if you want to check out this Give, Send, Go, help a trucker out, you can do that. You can do that right there. So thank you. Guys, again, I have to get to how fucking terrible. Like, let me spoil She-Hulk since none of you are going to watch it, and you shouldn't. You shouldn't ever watch it. Just watch Piranha Double D to cleanse your soul. Tempted. 1 month, I should just watch Piranha Double D every night on Twitch. Every single night for a month. All right. She-Hulk. So here's the thing. Here's how they start wrapping up the show. At the end of episode 8, at the end, she's like, whoa, what's going on? Does anybody see? Like, are you guys liking this? Because she breaks the 4th wall. It's very clever. She turns and talks to the audience. She's like, do you guys like this? Is I don't know. Is it just me or is this weird? And then episode 9 starts up and she's getting everything's getting fucked up. She's being attacked by a group called Intelligentsia, which is an online web forum akin to a Kiwi Farms type thing, but even gayer, which is hard to imagine. And they post stuff like, She-Hulk sucks because women aren't as strong as men, or something like that, right? It's very, very original and very accurate criticisms that they definitely stole from people like Nerdrotic, The Quartering, Heel versus Babyface, etc. They literally took like the theme of their tweets and criticisms of the Marvel Universe and put them on TV. And what they thought in their heads, because this is one of the dumbest group of women that have ever existed. And that's saying something because the Real Housewives shows exist. They put their criticisms on TV to own them, to show them that they are bad men. That's the villain of the show is literally Twitter commentary by Nerdrotic, Geeks and Gamers, Doomcock, Ryan Cannell. That's the villain of She-Hulk. And I'm saying this unironically. This is not a joke. They've even come out and admitted this. Jessica Gao, the showrunner, said this in an interview just recently. I should maybe find this. I was reading it the other day and I could not believe it. Let's see. So we got news here.
I got news for you. It means you're gay.
Let's see. Where are we? Here. Oh, God. I think it was this one. I think it was this one. Yep. Here it is. Okay. We're going to go through this. I know this isn't on the list, but I want to give people a few more minutes before I do my LawTube drama thing. And I'm going to do it with She-Hulk. Look at how fucking bad it looks. Go away. Look at how bad the animation looks. This is Marvel 3D rendering. This is supposed to be the best in the world. Okay. All right. She-Hulk Attorney at Law wrapped its first season this week with an episode that could double as a series finale should Marvel decide not to proceed with its first true half-hour TV comedy. Well, this should read should, and comedy should not be there. It should say show, TV show, because it's not a comedy. It's so fucking unfunny as to be insufferable. Do you guys know of any funny female comedians? Like, there aren't many. You can maybe name one or two, and that's about it. Now, imagine they found 6 people that you've never heard of that fancy themselves female comedians. One of them probably has testicles. And that's the quality you got. That's the quality you got on She-Hulk. But here we go. Here, executive producer Jessica Gao talks about that meta ending that featured a robotic version of her boss, Kevin Feige, and why she opted against a traditional Marvel ending for her Tatiana Maslany starer. Okay. The season finale showed She-Hulk as she walked into the writer's room of She-Hulk. Were you actually in that scene? I was in the background. I was dragged kicking and screaming into that cameo because I did not originally plan to be in it. That's why we cast an actor to play writer Jessica. But the night before, we realized we needed one more background extra. And because it was during the height of COVID, there wouldn't have been enough time to test a background person to have them shoot the next day. So I stepped in. Okay, so I got to explain this. She-Hulk leaves the show in the last episode. The show's all like coming to this big conclusion. All these storylines are wrapping together and colliding. And she's like, this is bad. Like, she's talking to the audience. This isn't how the show should go. Do you guys like this? This is weird. So she stops the show, comes out through the Disney Plus app, and goes into real life Disney. And she walks into the writer's room and tells them that the show is bad. Okay? The writers think it's funny, and they know that the show they wrote is fucking terrible. They know. And like, it was one of the most disrespectful things to an audience you can imagine, because they know it's bad. They know the show sucks. And they're just telling you, yeah, our show is shit. The writing is shit. The story is shit. You hate it. We know you hate it because we also hate it. But guess what? You're going to watch it, bigots. And if you don't like it, you're a fucking misogynist. But they know. They tell you. And then, of course, they redo the ending. Like, and it's this giant Deus Ex Machina where everything just wraps up. It makes no sense. And it's just as bad, because the problem with the story ending the way it was going was it's expressly stated by She-Hulk. All of these storylines coming together doesn't make sense. So then she goes to the writer's room and tells them they're retarded. So then she goes to find Kevin Feige, but it's actually like a 1985 robot, and it talks like one, like, welcome, I am Kevin. Like the joke from Intelligence from Team America, they stole that and made it unfunny by adding estrogen, which you have to add a lot of estrogen to get Kevin Feige anyway, but that's what they did. So then she talks to the robot, and she goes through and she's like, this just doesn't make sense. these storylines colliding doesn't make any sense. And Kevin's like, I have calculated the number one way to make money. She's like, no, let's not do that. So then what does she do, though? She doesn't change the fact that all the storylines collide. They don't change that. She changes how they collide at the end to make everything just work out okay. Super easy. No conflict. Everybody just learns their lesson and gets over it. But that doesn't address the core issue that she brought up. None of these storylines made sense in the first place. So they can't even fucking figure it out how bad it was. Then what they do is, she goes back and then she just fucks Matt Murdock over and over and over again. Reminder that one of the big criticisms that the intelligentsia people have of She-Hulk is that she's a whore. And that's how they actually hack her phone. They hire a guy to take her on 3 whole dates. So she'll fuck him. And while she's passed out on her bed after the dicking, she then gets her blood drawn, because you just take someone's blood while they're tired after sex. That makes sense. And then he clones her phone, which they're then able to hack. And and he makes a sex tape of it. But that's, again, root problem was that She-Hulk's a whore who will fuck any guy who pays more than a minute of attention to her. And the show made that. Like, it's not other people projecting it. The show makes that clear. And then, of course, when he ghosts her, she spends like the next several days in a fog, in a trance. She's like, oh my God, Josh is never coming back. It's like, no, bitch. He was just trying to smash. And he did. You just opened him up. You're like, oh yeah, legs ahoy. So the whole show, like all of the problems in the show, are self-imposed by her fucking anything that walks. It's amazing. It's amazingly self-unaware. So how do we end the show? How do we get rid of the stigma of her being a giant fucking prostitute who will just literally have sex with anything? Oh, I know. Make her ideal ending her fucking Daredevil anytime he's in LA. That's it. Not getting into a relationship, not like working towards marriage or whatever. He's like, no, I'm just visiting. I'm fucking leaving. And she's like, oh, just give me your blind penis anyway. It's insane. Like, you do not even realize what you're doing. Like, I don't care, by the way, if She-Hulk wants to fuck everybody on Earth. Doesn't bother me. Like, if you want to do that, do that. But the internal criticism of the character from the show is this thing. And they're like, that's what we'll have it be then. And that doesn't make sense. God, it was so fucking bad. But here's what I want to get to. Is this an ending that you envisioned from the very beginning to get real meta with Marvel boss Kevin Feige? No, not at all. Wait. Let's see. You had Robot Kevin say in the finale. In this comic, She-Hulk has many lovers like Star Fox and Wyatt Wingfoot. Why Daredevil? How could we not? I don't know, by just not. Like, that's one way. It's not that hard. But breaking the fourth wall. I really want to get to... Fuck, it's not even in this one. God damn it. Okay. Let's, well, I'll just explain it. In one of these other interviews, Jessica Gao goes on to talk about the fact that they just stole online trolls' tweets to own them. Like that was the entire purpose of it. They explain it. They say it out loud. So the whole theory that a bunch of wine moms sat around writing a shit female character reflective of their shit lives that they've led was true. And they revealed that they're so stuck on Twitter, that they're so obsessed with Twitter, that that's all they could write into the show was the villain being people on Twitter messing with their utopia. God, it was awful. Okay. Sorry. I had to get that out. So it's the Variety article. Well, I'm done. I've said my piece. I fucking hate this show. I hate everything about it. I'll have to talk about it on Saturday on EFAP. So if you want to hear a bunch of men bitch about She-Hulk, watch EFAP. Some of them are British. T Newton 66 Rackets. You see Monty singing Drunkata to the Tequila song while spinning in his chair. Last stream he did, minute mark 42:47. How would I have seen that? Like, no, I don't watch Montegraph's show. Montegraph is retarded. Clinically. Okay. Jesus Christ. Guys, there are very few rules, but they do have to be somewhat followed. Okay. Montegraph. Let's talk LawTube drama. I got to pull up some tweets. Twitter. Fucking hell. The fuck is this? Where are we? Okay. What? Okay, there's some background story here. What the fuck is the cops and burgers? What is the shooting? Shooting a teen eating a hamburger. Well, let's do this first, I guess. I'm not familiar with this story. Hold on. I just want to see if this is okay. This is the video. Okay. Here we go. Let me get my headphones in so I can hear what the fuck is going on. Or just with the one headphone, I guess. Okay, so I'm unfamiliar with this news story. And we'll see. Okay, here we go. This is the video. This is a story of a boy who had a burger and got fucking shot.
3161. Hey, can you start me one more? I got a vehicle over here that fled from me the other day. He's in the parking lot.
Okay, so the vehicle fled from this cop the other day, he says.
Yeah, 4. Get somebody else over there. 30, go into the way over there with 3161. Maybe off of 11,700, blank over to the McDonald's. And 3161, you want him running code?
10-4. License plate.
Yeah, I don't know if he actually fled from the cop. That's what the cop said.
Get out of the car.
What?
Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired!
Earlier, he's gonna be for a return on it right now.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
So there you go. That's the video. We'll skip to this part, watch it one more time, see what's going on. This is the only relevant part. So he opens the door.
Car.
What? Okay. I got the analysis. Simple. First of all, There's a lot wrong with the cops' approach here. A lot wrong with the cops' approach, but we've got a problem. Something being wrong with an approach does not always change the calculus on what happens when you're using lethal force. Is this guy justified? I don't know. That's a stretch. But here's the argument that he would be justified, and it's really not that complicated. Cop opens door, gives order to get out of the car. All right? We got a couple different things happening. He's fired for not following police procedure, but not following police procedure does not automatically remove the justification for the use of force. Okay? Cop opens the door, says, get out the car. Person puts the car in reverse while the cop is standing inside of the open door and starts driving. You have suddenly turned the car into a lethal weapon in many jurisdictions. Does that justify him pulling a gun and shooting at the kid? Should it? Probably not. Does it? Quite possibly. If that cop is reasonably in fear for an immediate risk of death or serious injury, he becomes privileged to use deadly force. That is always the calculus. The only different thing is if you are provoking the deadly force against you to justify your use of deadly force against them. That's the legal analysis. Now, that legal analysis gets very complicated when juries get involved, and a pure legal analysis does not always play out that way in a case. There's a bunch of other factors. It being the wrong car doesn't matter. Him approaching the car door, again, in the legal analysis, opening the car door doesn't matter. The driver has created, this is the argument, the driver has created a deadly force situation. Now, is it going to play out like this in court? Well, no. But pure legal analysis doesn't play out in court. Legal arguments are not courtroom arguments. Okay? I get that Donut Operator has a good breakdown video, guys. I'm not Donut Operator. People can go watch it. I've seen you say it 100 times. I'm not going to watch Donut's breakdown. I like Donut very much, and people should go watch his breakdown of it. I'm telling you, for the context of the discussion about the LawTube drama that's coming, because that's kind of the critical reason why I'm even looking at this. I don't fucking care about this case. For the context of the discussion that's coming, the legal analysis is the officer in immediate threat of serious bodily injury or death? A car door is here to his left. The car is backing up, and that car door can knock him down, can drag him, can pull him into, like, if it closes, it could get him trapped in the vehicle. He can get run over. A lot of jurisdictions have held that a police officer is in the zone of danger when that car starts moving. Okay? You can disagree, but I'm telling you what a lot of jurisdictions have found. In the Kim Potter trial, it didn't work out this way, but that's still the legal analysis. This is why it's going to matter. And I can pretty much guess, that that is kind of where the root of Branca's discussion comes down. Okay? I'm going to guess that. I haven't seen it. It's members only on Law of Self-Defense. I also haven't watched anything about this shit. But here we go. This is the drama. This is the preface for the drama. This is Natalie Lawyer Chick. She says, it's so clear that the cop who shot that young man eating a burger was wrong and should be charged with attempted murder. There was no justified use of force. Well, Natalie is a defense attorney, and she should know that there is certainly an argument for the justified use of force. And if you're looking at it as if this police officer is the client, from a defense attorney perspective, she needs to be making this argument. Now, she's not looking at it from that perspective, so she doesn't actually have to do that. All right? She doesn't have to look at it that way. She's just on Twitter giving her opinion, which is fine. But from a defense perspective, if the cop is your client, you absolutely will argue that he had reasonable fear of imminent death or serious bodily harm from the car that was backing up into him. Maybe he knows another officer who is dragged. A lot of cops do. Maybe he's been dragged. Who knows? Who knows? So, there was no justified use of force. That's a pretty bold statement, but fine. Yet, experts are trying to justify that shooting too. People can get law degrees and still be blinded by prejudice. And this, like, look, sometimes people say things that apply to themselves. I have seen some prejudice come from Natalie. And a lot of that prejudice, before anybody jumps on me for this, I'm not talking about race. I'm talking about a defense attorney's perspective on things. And it gets really weird when you have officer-involved shootings because typically defense attorneys are fighting against the state. With an officer-involved shooting, even though the police officer can become the defendant, you're still talking about the state use of force, and kind of, it's really easy to get into that mode of I'm against the state, I'm against the law enforcement agencies, et cetera, et cetera. I'm fighting them, I'm fighting them. So they think of the victim in this case being the defendant, which isn't true. That kid's not charged. There is no legal analysis on that kid right now. The legal analysis is entirely around the police officer. So, but this is the first part, right? Like, this is where the dig and the drama starts. Experts. I believe she's referring to Andrew Branca, cheekily referring to Andrew Branca. Andrew Branca is actually an expert on self-defense law. And I don't always agree with him either. See Kyle Carruth and Chad Reed's situation. We had some nice discussion and disagreement over that. Perfectly fine to do. But yeah, he is an expert on self-defense and the use of force. He's literally hired as an expert to do those analyses. But okay. So experts are trying to justify that shooting too. Now, I haven't heard what Branca said, so I don't know about, like, if he's trying to justify it or if he's just making the argument. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to be nice talking about this anymore. Some lawyers have absolutely no trial experience and only understand the law on a theoretical level that hasn't been challenged in our adversarial system and have given consistently wrong analysis on these use of force cases. Ooh. Shots fired. Hope she had a justifiable use of that deadly weapon. Derek Chauvin, wrong. Kim Potter, wrong. Breonna Taylor, wrong. I have no idea what Branca has said about Derek Chauvin or Breonna Taylor. But on Kim Potter, Kim Potter was a bad decision, and misstatements of the law were abound by the state in their closing arguments. And she got railroaded, frankly. That case should have been dismissed. But that's okay. And these wrong takes are used as shields and succor for bigots to turn around and spout online. I think it's supposed to be ill-informed takes influenced by bias in favor of police and against people they deem to be thugs. What is there? Okay. And to cover these wrong takes, they attack other lawyers and lie and say they only analyze the case through race. I practice in a jurisdiction where citizens are legally allowed to resist an unlawful arrest. I'd be very cautious with that. So the cops' use of force continuum is an element I often deal with. And so their acolytes often get their hearts set on a particular theory without understanding the motivation and weaknesses behind the analysis. No outcome is formulaic in any criminal case, but you've made it formulaic. Like you're saying it is formulaic. God damn it, Ryan. Get that shit off the screen. God, fuck. Oh my God. You're making it formulaic. Anyone who tells you that they for sure know what the verdict will be is a charlatan. Oh, here's the crazy thing. I have never once heard Andrew Branca tell us what a verdict will be in any of these cases, ever. In fact, I almost always hear him say, I can't tell you what the verdict's going to be. I don't know what a jury's going to say. I just tell you what the legal analysis is. But look at this. There was no justified use of force. I mean, that's as strong of a statement as I've heard from any other lawyer on these issues. That's telling us what the verdict is, right? Like by this analysis. All right. So this is the one thread. And then the next thread gets a little bit more specific. How are you going to offer legal consult service for active criminal cases in states that you're not licensed to practice law in? Because you're not practicing law in doing this. I don't know. Maybe I'm not sure if Natalie knows this, but you can have lawyers from other states so long as you know that the lawyer is not from that state on your legal team. And if they're not filing motions and they're not entering the courtroom, if they're not coming before the court, they don't even need to be waived in pro hoc vice. So it's just a legal consult. This happens all the time. I'm not sure where she's getting, like, this is just a wrong statement. A disclaimer that this is a legal consult for the person's attorney when the attorney hasn't consulted with you is a major ethical issue. Wait. This is a weird statement. So it's a legal consult for the person's attorney, but the attorney hasn't consulted. Where's this information coming from at all? Like, this is a pointed statement. Like, right? Like, you get that this tweet is aimed very fucking clearly at Andrew. But I'm not sure where she's getting that the person's attorney is not involved in the consult. Okay. It's not attorney work product if the attorney hasn't retained you and agreed to sanction your very likely unethical contract with their client. Wait a minute. How is it unethical if the attorney is involved? You said if the attorney is not involved, then it's a major ethical issue. But if the attorney is agreeing to it because the attorney is hiring the consult or is contracting for the consult, then it's not unethical contract with the client. It's with the attorney. I think she's fucking lost on this. Like, I honestly, I don't know if like a rage switch flipped in her head, but this, okay, there are different types of disagreement in various like writing analysis, right? I'm I'm a writer. I went to school to learn how to write because I'm fucking stupid, okay? But you have internal consistency and external consistency. Her screed here is internally inconsistent. It doesn't agree with its own premises from one thing to the next. That often happens when someone is writing or arguing purely emotionally. Like, because the rational analysis is gone. This statement disagrees with this statement. So if the attorney doesn't accept your consultation, the communication the defendant has disclosed to you subjects you to becoming a state witness. Okay. That's fine. If the state thinks that there's something to get out of the witness, I guess they could try it. But if the witness is consulting you as legal counsel, they're not limited in consulting only their retained counsel in the state. So you can still create privileged work. Like if I have a lawyer for my case and I go, I want another lawyer's opinion, and I go to hire the other lawyer and I tell them some stuff, I still have privileged communications with the new lawyer. They're not destroyed just because they're not my other lawyer. I legitimately don't know what she's fucking talking about here. And you can talk to any lawyer in any state about your legal issues and obtain privilege so long as it's a clear expectation of the exchange of something for legal services or legal advice. Like, you generate privilege very, very simply as long as both parties are clear and as long as the communication is actually private between the two of you. So with that, if the attorney does, it subjects you to becoming a state's witness, but those communications are still privileged. This is an incorrect legal analysis, a very incorrect one. So people are paying you to potentially incriminate themselves. Great idea. If people are paying you for a legal consultation as their attorney, they can't incriminate themselves. That's privileged. Period. You don't become a state's witness. What the state can call you and you'll say, I'm sorry, that's privileged communications. And the other attorney would then move to quash you as a witness, because it's privileged communications between an attorney and a client. They can't even ask what they talked about. Like, if you just call up a lawyer and say, hey, I have a legal issue that I'm curious about, the state can't even ask which legal issue. It's privileged. But okay. So now there's beef, and this probably is my fault. Because everything in LawTube sphere is my fault, right? Everything is my fault entirely. Andrew was on the show the other night. We had the No Drama show, and he gave an opinion of Natalie. It was not really favorable. And it was based on some interactions he's had, I think, on my show as well. And I haven't had any negative interactions with Natalie. I think her analysis here is completely bonkers, but whatever. I don't really care. That's fine. But she's had a run-in with Andrew and with Ty on my show. And those are interesting exchanges, I'll say. Very interesting exchanges. So I'm taking credit for this being my fault. But here's the issue. There can be no LawTube drama if there is no LawTube. LawTube is fucking gay. It is so shit. It is dumb. It's a bad idea. It is a bad implementation. And I talked about this. None of this matters. This is all stupid because we're not an organization and never should be. Ever. For fuck's sake, stop begging to be a thing. I don't care how shitty and little your YouTube channel is and how much you really want to grift off of someone else in network at will, as if there's some expectation that you'll be invited to the party. There is no party unless you want it. I mean, if you guys want it, not you, the chat, I'm talking to the other content creators out there. If you guys want your little weird commie circle jerk, have the fuck at it. But I tried to tell you, stop doing this. You are independent. And if you're independent and failing, then fucking fail. And then get better and try something else or try again. Don't be independent failures and then go, oh, well, if only I had a network of people to mooch off of, then we'll be successful. Wait a minute. The we there was weird because you were failing and the other person wasn't. So if you're failing and the other person isn't failing, we don't become successful together. You are taking from them something and trying to bolster yourself. But you're not learning how to fucking do it. This is the problem. You're not getting any better at it. You're just relying on the concept of LawTube to increase your own, or to cover up your own inadequacy. Stop it. Some of you need to fail. Some of you are really, really bad at this. And I'm not saying fail forever, but you need to fuck up and realize that you have fucked up and that your show format is bad. Your jokes aren't good. Your personality isn't good for this. Whatever it is, I don't know. I don't have a comprehensive list of who is what. But some people can hold an audience and others can't. And them's just the fucking ropes of entertainment. And if you can't handle that, fucking leave. Or get better. But stop like demanding other people to be responsible for your failures. It's the biggest problem with this fucking group. And guys, I have had so many conversations behind the scenes. And I won't ever say with who. But absolutely just raw fucking entitlement. Just, well, we need to do this. You need to help out here. Have this person on. Have me on. Come on my show. Not like, there are people who ask, of course. A lot of my friends, you know, hey, would you like to come on this day? Hey, you doing anything where you could use another voice? Sure, fine, cool. But some people, it's like, well, we have to do this. We have to do that. No, fuck off. Stop it. These people are trying to make a network and they're trying to do it. Well, I should be getting these subs. I should be getting these views. I should X. I should Y. I should Z. And a lot of these people popped up. I mean, their channels popped up out of nowhere really quickly, grew. And they're like, well, I deserve this. No. You caught a good wave and you rode it. You didn't deserve anything. Nobody deserves any of this. Nobody deserves success on social media. Nobody deserves it. You work your fucking ass off and you find those waves and you ride them to shore, man. And then you paddle out and you do it again. But you notice some people, man, they go that like that wave, they are on top of the world. And then once that wave crashes, they are in the fucking dumpster. And they expect, like, well, I've been doing this for months. Months? Jesus Christ. We're all fucking charmed. We're all charmed. Like, I've been doing this for 5 years, and I am charmed in my growth. There's a bunch of people out there who've been doing these, who've been doing YouTube or whatever for 10 years plus, and their channels are stuck, and they can't get the algorithm, and they can't get the audience. And these aren't bad YouTubers. These are not bad content creators. But some of the people in LawTube absolutely are. So I'm calling it out. And this is why I'm not in it, never wanted to be in it, will never be in it. Because the level of entitlement and circle jerkery that can go on in those types of groups makes me want to die. And anyone who thinks they're entitled to subscribers or entitled to views needs to get off the fucking internet right now. Nobody owes you shit. You are trying to get into one of the most charmed lives possible. Guys, my life is so fucking funny and ridiculous. Like the way it works out. It's charmed. I'm thankful for every second of it, even the shitty seconds of it. I never thought the audience or anybody else owed me a fucking view. And there are people out there who really do think that. And it's kind of embarrassing. And I hate to say I told you so, but I fucking told you so. And the second that my YouTube is unsuspended, first, there's going to be an I'm Back Bitches video. That's going up. I'm going to grift, of course, my suspension on YouTube, my resurrection. That all has to happen. I think that's Friday that happens. But probably the next video is going to be, remember when I said this, and I'm going to clip out that segment about LawTube and the drama and the bullshit and the entitlement, because I am Nostradamus and I called all of this stuff. I called it all. And people are just, that nobody wanted to listen to it. So I'm just going to clip that segment and I'm going to post it up again, because I guess everybody needs to be fucking reminded. And I don't know how anybody doesn't get this. So, and before anybody wants to come out and be like, he's talking about this person or that person. No, I'm speaking very generally. And I'm saying that I hold an opinion that I will not share about some content creators being shit. But I don't shit on people specifically unless they shit on me. And I don't think anybody has lately. I mean, if they want to do the man dance, we can do that, I guess, but I'm not really looking for that. So I'm telling people they need to be self-analyzing, self-aware of just how entitled they sound, of just how ridiculous the idea of some sort of blood debt that the chat owes to us is. That's retarded. And the sort of debt that other creators owe to anybody. Nobody owes anybody anything. We're all individual and we always should be. And if you want to sacrifice that into a gay little group, enjoy what comes with it, motherfucker, but never, ever, ever ask me to be a part of it. Miss me with that shit. With that, very special time of the show, because this show, as with all live streams in October, is brought to you by the Birch Gold Group. The Birch Gold Group, birchgold.com/knows is the website. I have it pulled up right here. You can go to birchgold.com/knows. You can click on this little green box and you'll get a free information kit. But what is that information about? That information is about how to protect your IRA or 401k using physical assets. Physical assets. Ooh, they have it only with a little known loophole in IRS code. This is gay. I'm going to say that, like, this is gay. It's not a loophole in IRS code. It just is a way that you can hold physical assets in retirement accounts, but that's fine. That's okay. Look, gold and silver have traditionally been used as hedges against inflation and market volatility. That's the purpose of diversifying your portfolio in part into gold. Hedging is a way you limit the downward potential for loss, but hedging comes at a cost of limiting the upward potential for gain. It's a mitigation of risk, and that's fine. These are long-term investments. Stable growth is how you want to play the game. Birch Gold will give you information about how gold and silver might factor into that if it's right for you. If it's right for you, fucking do it. If it's not right for you, fucking don't. Real simple, motherfuckers. You either do the thing because it's the right move for your portfolio, or you don't do the thing because it's the wrong move for your portfolio. Only you can decide that, but you need information to do it. And that's where you go to birchgold.com/knows. Look, they've got an A+ rating on the Better Business Bureau. These are the talking points, right? They've got thousands of positive reviews on all sorts of social media. You can check those out if you want. I don't like reading reviews because I don't trust any of them to be true, but that's okay. Positive or negative, by the way. That's fine. What I do trust, though, is that Birch Gold Group approached me and said, hey, we want to do an ad with you. And I said, all right. What can't I say? What can I say? And they said, no, we're not here to tell you anything. We'll give you a little bit of info about the company and you tell people about it. All we want them to do is click the button and request information. That's it. That's it. I have no sales goals. I have no sales metrics. I know nothing about it. All they asked me to do, have people click that button. If they click the button, we'll tell them about gold. If it's the right thing for them, it's the right thing. If it's not, cool, done. We just want to get the word out. And we don't care what you say. We don't care what jokes you tell. You're fine. You know your audience. You know who you are. We know who you are. Go do it. So with all that fuckery afoot, check them out. birchgold.com /knows. All right, there we go. That's the pitch on Birch Gold. I really do hope you guys will check them out if you've got an IRA or 401k. And it's selfish for me wanting you to check them out because I would like them to buy more ads. Look, I operate in transparency here, baby. Okay, we got a couple more super chats. And then we'll move on to the next subject. Rob Tick says, my wife is 36 weeks pregnant and has to be induced tomorrow for high blood pressure. Could everyone please pray that everything goes well? Rob, you're in good luck, man. 36 weeks is scary as a parent, but as a doctor or like as a NICU or whatever, you're not a NICU, a natal ward, a birthing place, a place where you pop babies out of vaginas. That's a good place to be. And 36 weeks is a good place to be. But I will still pray for wisdom and safety and all of that stuff. Of course, and I would ask anybody else out there who believes in the power of prayer to do that too. And if you don't believe in the power of prayer, just give a couple thoughts and be like, hey, I hope that Rob Tick guy and his wife are okay. And I hope that baby comes out just fine. And the doctors get all the blood pressure and shit down. Because I can tell you, like, I'm very calm about talking about it, but I know that guy's probably a wreck. His wife is probably a wreck too. So any little good thoughts for them is nice. Hartman says, I like Bronca and his legal analysis is usually correct, but he sure does love simping for cops. He does. He does. Absolutely. I know he doesn't trust government, so I don't understand his undying adoration for their enforcers. Look, I don't know, man. He likes cops more than me, but you know, that's just like his opinion, man. Almanac says, Natalie, the BLM lawyer, just proved what we already suspected. Fair and Balanced says, I will never get better. I will always rely on Nick Rekieta. Fuck you, Nick Rekieta. I will rely on you. Yes, Grift King. I rely on you, Rackets. But yes, you know me. Love you, bro. If you know, you know. What's up, Farron? How you doing? Thank you. Thank you. Here's what I'll say. My friends know they can rely on me because they're my friends. And I help my friends out whenever I can, of course. So that was an apt super chat. Thank you. Colonel Odie says, RE LawTube, the old saying goes, quote, I would never join a group that would have me. Yes. Yep. Kind of what I said when I left. I was like, this is gay. One final grift, guys. We've got almost 12,000 people watching. Please hit that plus button on the Rumble page. Please hit that plus button. If you want to see what it looks like here, I'll show you. On a desktop, it looks like, oh my God. There's this button right here. This little plus button. Wait a minute. What the fuck? If you hit this little plus button, this number gets bigger. And then my PP gets bigger because it pushes me up the algorithm, or not the algorithm. It pushes me directly up the leaderboard. And that's what I'm trying to do. Take over Rumble by violent force. That's, you know, I want to choke it and slap it and spit in its mouth every single day. So go ahead and hit that. If you're on mobile, it's a little different. It's up north of the video. There's like a boxing glove with a thumbs up. That's what you want to hit on the mobile app. But please, if you would be so kind, hit that thumbs up button or that plus button and help pump this show into the stratosphere. That would be swell. I really appreciate that. Okay, briefly, let's talk about Darrell fucking Brooks. Let's talk about this Darrell Brooks trial. Okay, so guys, I wanted to wake up this morning and stream all of Darrell Brooks. And by wanted to, I mean that in the loosest sense. I did want to, but also it is a fucking chore because most of the Darrell Brooks trial is unfathomably boring and infuriating because this guy just sucks. He just sucks. He's not funny. Like, sovereign citizens can be funny or they can be really, really dull. And he is dull. Even Maddox would call this guy a dullard and be correct. It's so boring sometimes. Not always. And the state isn't helping. The state is dragging out their case way too far here. I think they have thoroughly proven this guy guilty at this point. It doesn't seem like any of a question at all that he will go to prison forever. And today, I mean, they were playing this video and all I wanted to do was take a knife and shove it into my brain. Like, that's it. It was 10 minutes at a time. The police interview with Darrell Brooks. It was awfully boring. But the real reason I hate this trial is because Darrell Brooks is a piece of fucking garbage that just needs to go to prison forever and leave. And it sucks that I'm so frustrated with the legal system that that's the end of my analysis. That I just want Darrell Brooks to go to prison forever. I don't even want the trial to finish. If I hear grounds one more time, or if I hear objection relevant, if I hear that's a tactic admission, or whatever, if I hear It's got to be proven on the record. It's got to be proven, validated on the record. On the record. If I hear that again, I want to ask him a question to his fucking face. That's what I want to do. I hate this case. And it's not supposed to be done until next week. And I'm just like the Jackie Chan meme or whatever. How is this going to keep going? But it will. It's going to keep going. And I can't take it. But with that said, I am planning on streaming it all tomorrow. I've already set my alarm on my phone. Because this morning I wanted to, like I said, I wanted to stream the whole trial today. That was a plan because I missed several days of it. And I wanted to get back into it. And you may think it's for the grift, but this trial is not the greatest grift, generally speaking. It's not like the other trials have been much better grifts than this one. This one's also just painful to watch. But thankfully, I have the locals chat. I guess the Odyssey chat's okay from time to time. And the Rumble chat, of course, is there as well. I have them to all keep me company, but fuck me. Whew. It can be a little bit tiring. But last night I did a locals live stream and it went a little later than expected. A little bit later than expected. Maybe like 5 a.m., I think. 4 or 5 in the morning. Don't really remember. And after that, I sat down on my couch. I don't even remember sitting down, but I sat down on my couch and then I woke up and it was 10 a.m. almost. And so I missed a good portion of the trial today. So I started on Legal Vice's channel and then we went over to Rumble and started up over here and at lunch break. And that's when we got rolling once Jeff wanted to go to sleep. But I should be streaming it tomorrow. And if you're interested in the trial, like bless your heart, come hate it with me. That'll be fun and infuriating at the same time. Let's see. This motherfucker tries to kill his audience through sleep deprivation. I do. I did my local stream last night was not supposed to go that long. It was really just supposed to go like an hour. And then I just kept talking. Stop covering it. Just do recaps. Stream at night on Twitch instead. For fuck's sake, it's October. No one cares about trials until the Dumpster Bros or Manson. No, people really do care about the trials though. Like people like it. I don't know why, but they do. And hey, what am I if not a deliverer of grift? Okay, so anyway, so that's that. We'll be covering that tomorrow. If you want to come check it out, come check it out. I just had to say I hate the fucking trial. All right, so the next thing is JP Sears, and then we'll probably tackle those AP copyright claims. I think that's fair, right? Okay. Let's pull up this JP Sears video. I legitimately could not believe this. Like, I didn't believe this video would be real. But it is. It's very real. So we're going to watch this. JP, I hope you're okay with this, buddy. Everybody should go watch JP Sears' videos. Like, I'm going to start playing. I don't know if I'm going to play all of it because I really do think, like, I don't like just taking people's content. And I'm going to make commentary. Like, that's going to happen. There's going to be commentary here and there. But please go watch his videos. Go watch this video. It's Today's Kids in 40 years. 40 years. It's a good one. Here, let's check it out.
Hey, how are you? So what's wrong with you that made you want to come to therapy?
I don't enjoy life at all.
Do you feel depressed?
No, it's much worse than that.
How long's this been going on? Ever since I can remember. Well, a common reason why people feel bad is because their expectations of what their life should be like doesn't match the reality of what their life is. Would it be okay with you if we explored that? Yeah.
So, I don't know this, but I think JP might be an actual therapist or a counselor or a psychologist or psychiatrist or whatever. Or I think he might have been before joining YouTube, because I'm pretty sure his earliest videos is actually that. It was like straightforward psychological discussion. So it's kind of funny that he's here setting this meta thing up. And he's right. Like, if your expectations don't match your reality, that's, that fucks with you. It fucks with you. In fact, I think that's a big problem right now for a lot of, maybe we should do it this way. Yeah. Cause I don't know if there's anything in this video that you need to see, like read or whatever. But that, I think this is kind of in theme with a bunch of things that I've been talking about lately in regards to men, and in regards to relationships. When the expectations for men don't match their reality, we get people searching for fulfillment in weird places, right? Like, that makes sense, because they're looking for something else, because they were told, well, first you're told, at least when I was growing up, like, oh, you just go to school, you go to college, and then you get out and you have your cool, like, middle-class job or whatever, and everything's gravy. You do whatever you want. That's not fucking true at all. It's certainly not true anymore. And if you're a white guy, fuck you. Just die, you piece of shit bigot cream cricket. Get the fuck out of here, vanilla gorilla. You mayo monkey motherfuckers. No one likes you. And that's what you get now. Like, that's the actual most true thing I can say about being like a young white guy now is fuck you, you piece of garbage, go die. That's what everybody wants to say. At least they're honest now, because they don't want to hire you. That transition happened somewhere between me going to junior high and me graduating college and working, because in my corporate jobs, when I was at, every bank I worked at, every manager at every bank I worked at, except for like the bank president at the small bank, but the vice president and everyone else were all women, all of them. Every management position was woman, until you got to the really high echelons. And they're like, oh, CEO, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, well, great. The CEO is a man, and the CEO doesn't care about anything that happens 3-4 levels down. All of middle management is women, all of it. And they frankly told me at Wells Fargo, yeah, you're not going to get, this is before they knew that I was shitty at my job. Let's be clear. Like, I knew I wasn't going anywhere. I just needed money. But before they knew I was shitty at my job, they said effectively, if you are not a woman or a minority, you will not be looked at for promotions. They said it. We prioritize the promotion of women and minority candidates. Oh, thanks. Very motivated to sell your home equity credit lines, you fucking racist pieces of shit. But yeah, so I mean, that was 2006. I mean, this is out in the open in corporate America in 2006. Didn't get any better when I moved to based in red-pilled Thrivent Financial for Lutherans, a very conservative, valued moral company. All of the management, like the guy, a male manager hired me, and then he left or was fired. I don't know. Probably for hiring me, he was fired. And then every other person above me was a woman. Every single one. That's who got promoted. That's who got moved in. That's got put in charge of things. Every time. Only all of the times. Only all of them, though. So that was fun. That was nice and eye-opening. Now they at least tell you in high school that you suck because you're a white male. and that you don't deserve to live. Like they're at least just honest about it. So that's good. That's courteous of them. Okay. But yeah, so your expectations are not matching reality. People think right now that if they go out and they work hard and they do their education and all that shit, that, oh, well, yeah, I'll succeed. No, that's not happening. Your success is not anyone else's priority. And in fact, they deprioritize your success specifically based on your immutable characteristics, which should be against the law. But the law isn't applied that way because you're white, and deal with it.
Yeah, I guess. What's the biggest thing you thought you'd have in life that would bring you joy at this point?
Why would you
but
do
you
this?
don't have? Kids. I really want kids, but I don't have any. Well, I understand that's tough, but you've got plenty of time. If it's just that you haven't found the right partner yet, I'm sure she's out there. No,
Bigoted.
I'm never having kids. Well, that's not really the best attitude to have. No, I can't have kids. Oh, you can't?
Oh, well, that's hurtful. Like you can't have them. Why? Why would that be? I wonder what's going to happen.
I'm sorry to hear that. Is it some sort of genetic condition? No. Oh, well, what is it? My parents let me go on puberty blockers when I was 14, and spoiler alert, now I can't have kids.
What?
Why'd your parents put you on puberty?
Wait, no, that can't be true. That can't. What? No. I talked to a genetics expert. That is never true at all. What the fuck are we talking about? He's going to get canceled. Guys, he's on Rumble. When I saw that JP Sears is on Rumble, that's when I went, oh, this guy might actually be serious. But he said this on YouTube. It's a dangerous man. Here we go.
Blockers. Well, I went through a phase of thinking I'm someone who I'm not, and they didn't even offer me any paths of self-exploration, just straight to puberty blockers.
Does this motherfucker watch my show? JP, if you're out there, buddy, we got to talk, man. I swear to Christ. Did you hear that? Remember my discussion with Duncan? So wait, if your kid comes home and says, Dad, I want puberty blockers, like, well, yeah, why not? Why not give him puberty blockers? Well, because it's fucking retarded. What do you mean, why not? Because it's a kid and kids are dumb. But here he is, just saying it out loud.
Offered no resistance. Now looking back, it seems kind of weird. I mean, their parents didn't even let them stay up late to watch TV, but they let me go straight to puberty blockers.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
It's not weird to Duncan. It's not weird to Keffels. It's not weird to activists. In fact, that's the world they demand. Not desire, not crave. They demand that world. And your non-compliance with it means you are a bigot.
How long were you on them? About 4 years. I had to wait till I was 18 before I could go off those things. What do you mean? Yeah, I was over the whole transition thing about 2 weeks into it. But they made me stick with it. They thought it'd be good for me. You know, a good life lesson, I guess. So they made me wait till I was a legal adult before they thought I was mature enough to make decisions like that for myself. Choose.
That was funny. It was very, very funny. When he says, but that's it, isn't it? That's it. Is there a shred of doubt that if Duncan's kid came home and said, Dad, I'm a girl, I'd be like, all right, here's your puberty blockers. And then when he says, I don't think I'm a girl, I'd be like, oh, well, you got to stick with it. I mean, you're just having doubts. Please, I need my credit. I need my credit to be raised. My online credit must be raised. Of course, Duncan doesn't have children. That was obvious, but
stop the blockers?
Yeah, they were good parents.
Okay. And after all that, and I'm sorry to have to ask, but are you a man or a woman?
Well, sort of neither.
Well, aside from kids that you're definitely not going to have, when you think of yourself, what are the thoughts that run through your mind about you?
I'm an evil, horrible person.
Have you ever done anything evil?
No, I would never do anything evil.
Then why is it you think of yourself as evil?
It's just what they taught me in school.
Did you go to public school?
Yeah.
Oh,
How'd you know?
Just a hunch.
right there. Fucking says it again. JP's saying it out loud with a smile on his face. And that's why he's winning. That's why he's able to do this. But it's fucking true. Like, it's just true. You're going, well, not a surprise. Just told you you're evil. Why is that? Wonder what's coming next. Red pill alert.
Did you have black kids in your class?
Yeah.
What'd they teach them?
That they never meant anything. Teachers know best. They just somehow know these things. I couldn't see them on my own. And
what he doesn't say there is they say you'll never amount to anything because the system will keep you down, right? Like that's the end of the lesson from the school things. He doesn't go all the way. He doesn't go all the way on that one. Pulls that punch just enough. Just enough.
probably never would if they didn't teach them to me.
Now, I notice you haven't made eye contact with me even once this whole time, but connection's a major source of joy in life. Would you be willing to look me in the eyes for a moment? Those aren't my eyes. They're up here. Those are my knees.
I don't know what you mean.
My eyes are up here. You just can't do it, can you? It looks like you suffer from a severe inability to connect. Now, with this degree of it, we usually see this in people who were unfortunately abandoned at birth as a coping mechanism. And I know you mentioned your parents earlier, but are you sure you weren't abandoned at birth?
Definitely not.
Were you ever isolated for prolonged periods of time?
No.
Did you ever go through prolonged periods of time of not seeing people's faces?
No, nothing prolonged. There was just a short phase from the time I was 3 years old till 6 years old where I didn't see anyone's face.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Fucking nails it. Just a short period from 3 to 6 where I didn't see anyone's face.
Aside from that, nothing like that ever happened.
Did your parents eventually start feeding you crickets and watch the news a lot?
Every night.
Makes sense.
Eat the bugs, bigot.
When it comes to human connection, did your mother and father hold you a lot when you were little?
I never had a mother or a father.
So you were an orphan?
No, not at all. I just never had a mother or a father.
What do you mean?
Well, one of my parents was identified as birthing person and the other was identified as non-birthing person.
How was that?
They told me it was very good for me. As a young kid, it's like having no ground beneath your feet. You don't know which way's up and which way's down. Keeps you very free to be yourself.
And then when
Again, it's brilliant because this is the thought, right? Like this is the expression. But that's adult projection of abstract concepts onto minds that do not think in abstracts. If you have children, you learn this really quickly. If you don't have children, you can read about it plenty, but kids think very concretely until they're like teenage years almost. Like very concrete. At first, it's so simple that babies have permanence issues, right? Like if you leave the room, you don't exist until you come back to the room. It takes them a while to learn that you exist outside of their immediate awareness. And so they start to get used to you after a while, but it's that concrete. And we have to break this down into very complex subjects as they get older. But these parents want to treat like 2 and 3-year-olds as if they have the higher order thinking required to conceptualize complete freedom of identity, which is not the case. It's not a real thing. And a short conversation with any kid will tell you that. They don't think in the abstract. They don't know how to. It's a learned skill. Some people never learn it, but it's very concrete. They need a foundational aspect to their life to function healthily. But people today are like, you can't box them in. Oh my God. What are you talking about? You can't box them in. Children need to be boxed in when they're young. They need some sort of structure to know, because they literally don't understand anything about how the world operates at a metaphysical level. They don't understand even relationships. Like love, when kids are young, love is an immediate expression of, I get a hug, that means I am loved. I don't know if I'm loved until I get another hug. Eventually they learn that, certain people, moms and dads, will give them hug, or Joe Biden will give them hugs whenever. In fact, Joe Biden may insist on hugging them even when they don't want to be loved because he's a pedophile. But everybody else, their close connections, they will learn that, oh yeah, they will still love me in a little bit. They will love me through this outburst or this discipline or this absence. When they come back, I'll get a hug again. I'll get that physical expression, and it will build the idea that there's a bridge between these two things. This takes years and years of development for children. And not having that is critical. But we've got a group of fucking weirdos who don't have children, who, by the way, let me just go ahead and point this out. This group of fucking weirdos who are trying to tell us how it is appropriate to raise the next generation, the Duncans of the world, the Keffels of the world, the Jon Stewarts of the world, they literally do not understand child development in any way. They don't read literature about it. They don't have kids. They don't have friends with kids. They don't hang around kids through prolonged periods of time. They're not involved in education. They're not involved in any of the things where you get to watch development over a period of years. And they're trying to tell us how to deal with children when they don't understand some of the most basic ideas about them. And it's amazing because people listen. They demand people to listen. They demand people to accept their ideas. They're uneducated on them. There's a difference between expressing an opinion, right? Because if they just had the opinion, well, I think this is the right thing to do. Okay, no harm, no foul. But that's not where they stop, is it? It's life destruction. It's shaming. It's building clout. It's building social credit to enforce their decisions and opinions on other people. That's their end goal. That's where it becomes scary.
When you were 14, you tried to change who yourself was?
Indeed. But now I'm somehow so unhappy.
Okay.
What do you think is going on with me?
Well, based on the developmental patterns you have, and then we look at the diagnostics of it, you're a sociopath.
Is there anything we can do about it?
I think I speak for my entire profession when I say we don't know how to help you. But good luck.
Good luck.
That's the 10th client this week.
Hey, look at that. My tree fell down. I don't really know how that happened, but what I do know is I'd love to have you join me on my...
Okay, so that's that video. That's that video. There's one more that Lady Rackets made me watch, and I kind of want to do it too. I kind of want to do it too. I'm sorry, JP. I'm sorry, JP. This is it. This is it right here. It's called the best female swimmer in the world. Oh, wait, what is this? So, Keffels, Clara Sorrenti. Human beings have a natural inclination towards communism. Children naturally want to share and to treat others as equals. Things like racism, sexism, and the cutthroat competitive nature of working life under capitalism do not come naturally and have to be taught to people. Yeah, this is not true. Not at all. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, here it is. Here it is.
This is my proudest moment. I've been dreaming of becoming the top female swimmer for 1 year, but getting here wasn't easy.
I first learned how to swim when I was 7 years old at Boy Scout camp. What might surprise you is I was actually a really slow swimmer at first.
No.
And stayed a really slow swimmer through the first couple years of my collegiate career. Then I turned 23 and all of a sudden I'm the best swimmer in the women's division. And I can't track exactly what changed. I guess I'm just a late bloomer because swimming's been
this is why he's so good. The parody. It's just because that's how they act. Well, I've always been this way. I just work really hard. I mean, it's, it's
such a big part of my life for so long. It's where my happiness comes from. You can't have happiness without penis. I've never noticed that before. With being the best at something, you always get haters. Like, I don't understand what this controversy is all about. I guess people just don't like it when they see a woman succeeding. I compete in 3 different strokes: freestyle, the butterfly, and the backstroke. You got to be in the pool for hours.
the fucking cock bulge. The fucking. This dude. This dude. Holy shit. Ad Lauren says, can you recommend a good immigration attorney in or around the cities? Ad Lauren, email me. Email me. I don't know their name off the top of my head, but I do know one in the cities who might be able to help you out. Holy shit. That, like, joking aside, that takes some fucking stones to put that on video. Here's my cock bulge in this fucking swimsuit. Here it is for everybody to stare at on YouTube.
Hours each day. It's the only way to become the best.
I guess I must have drank a lot of water on that lap.
Yeah, it's not all easy. Some of the other ladies don't feel comfortable being in the same locker room as me. I'm appalled. I just don't understand why. Like, is this because I identify as black? These racist women around here. Or maybe they're just intimidated by my sensual femininity. I mean, you know how girls can be. Jealous. Swimming brings out the divine goddess in me.
Hey, get out of the pool. That's for ladies only.
Some of my competitors are angry that I tested positive for having XY chromosomes, and I don't know how they got there. Might have had like a tainted supplement or something. But really, I think my competitors are just sore losers. Like, hey, ladies, I beat you by 11 minutes fair and square. So get over it. To me, swimming is really an art form. An art form that requires a lot of upper body strength. Like, the more of it you have, the more of an advantage you have. Women can most certainly get other women pregnant. I've done it.
What do you have to say about
I've fucking done it. Oh, God. Okay.
your teammates wanting you off the team?
Yeah, my sore loser teammates, maybe they should get in the pool and train more. The reason why I win all the time is because I'm more dedicated to my training.
We talked to your coach, and he said that your teammates spend the exact same amount of time training in the pool as you.
Well, I work out with weights too.
Yeah.
Maybe they should try it. It really helps.
It does.
Your coach says they're on the exact same weightlifting routine as you, but he said you bench press 4.5 times more weight than the second strongest athlete. Do you have any idea why that is?
Well, I just don't identify the weights as very heavy. It's pretty simple. It feels so good to come away with a championship. And I want to congratulate second place for being within 9 minutes of me. And I want to thank my sponsors for always having
being within 9 minutes. This is fucking Leah Thomas times. This is real. That's the worst part. This is real, and the world wants you to pretend that this is a joke.
having my back. Manscaping, Dollar Beard Club, and Alpha Jock Straps. Now that I'm the top female swimmer, what's next for me? Well, I don't feel like I'm 22 anymore, so I think children's sports is next. Probably Pee Wee football. I'm actually 10 years old now. Even more than my swimming success, what I'm most proud of is what I'm doing for women's rights.
Yes.
It's kind of like if you've ever seen an injured deer on the side of the road that's just been hit by a car and your heart just wants to help this wounded animal. Well, I'm the one that hit the deer.
Holy shit. This man is a treasure and a gem, and he needs to be protected. He needs to be protected. Katie McQueen says, please help me with my locals account. I paid $50 and I can't get my account working. But you just commented in the chat. So it is working. I'm not sure what the issue is there. You seem to be working just fine. JP Sears, fucking great. Oh wait, I did want to play the beginning of his ad here. This is really heartening to hear. Listen to this.
What's up, my freedom-loving friend? I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, Primal Life Organics, once again. But I want to tell you about an all-new product of theirs that I absolutely love. The Supersonic Toothbrush made of sustainable bamboo.
What the fuck? Where does he talk about it?
It's for people. Your oral care, but I forget what those are. % of Americans over 65, they're stored in plaque. Luckily, there's a 2-minute fix that's 400 for all body health by improving your oil from sustainable.
I don't care about that shit.
Here, you'll love yours. And at that link, you get a full 50% off.
Okay, maybe it was in the other video. I don't know. Basically, JP comes out and says that he's on Rumble, and he says, "Look, I'm for free speech, and everybody's getting canceled right now." I mean, he flat out fucking said it. I think it must have been on the other video, but it really matters. So, it matters that people are becoming aware of this, and it's good to see mainstream big content creators like him. I mean, he's got 2.7 million subs, I think, something like that. Oh yeah, here's his little thing. What's it say? Fucking hell. Let's see. About? Is it the about? I'm a comedian and freedom fighter. Free speech and fun are what I stand for. Like, holy fuck. That's my entire life. That's what I like. Fun and free speech. So I'm gonna reach out. I don't know. Wish me a good grift. Pray to the grift gods, because we need to have that happen. Okay. All right. So I guess the next thing, probably the last thing of the night, because I need to go to bed at some point. Let's see. That. Get rid of that. Guideline strike. Oh, my guideline strike expires tomorrow. I've got 3 days left though on my current suspension. So that's nice. We'll figure that out. Let's do this. Let's check this out. Okay. You guys are going to see my YouTube dashboard a little bit here. So this is the YouTube dashboard. And so this has a video. It's copyright claimed, cannot be monetized, which is weird because fuck you. So they claimed from 10 seconds to 1:03. And this is claimed by the Associated Press. This is only a minute long. Let's take a look at what it says.
So in addition to looking for Ms. Heard's general mental status, any psychological issues that were present,
That's
I very
weird.
specifically was assessing to determine whether post-traumatic stress disorder was present, and it was not.
How do you know that?
Ooh.
So first of all, from multiple information sources, right? So I was integrating the interview, my review of the data, the case records, other people's testimony, her treatment records.
Why is the AP claiming
And
my
then
footage?
I also conducted, in addition to the MMPI-2 and looking at that data, I also conducted the clinician-administered PTSD scale, the CAPS-5, which is the gold standard PTSD assessment.
Well, there certainly must be Associated
developed by
Press
the National
content
Center
in
for
here, right?
PTSD, shown to be valid, accurate for use not just with service members, but also with civilians.
Oh, hey, what's up,
men,
Dr.
women,
Mommy?
all
How you doing?
genders, and also all ethnicities, and then also specifically for use in a courtroom setting.
So there we go. There's the video. Video cannot be monetized. Content owner is monetizing these areas. This is Associated Press UK. Content owner, huh? Actions. I can trim out the segment, which is the whole fucking video, or I can dispute. Well, let's see. My dispute isn't based on any of the reasons above. Continue. Copyright exceptions such as fair use. Continue. I believe my video is protected under fair use. Reuse. Commentary. We'll just stick with commentary for now. All right. Yeah, this. Oh, here's the thing. So I'm going to teach you guys something cool. YouTube counterclaim requirements for copyright counter notifications. So YouTube has a help page, and it's copyrights for counter notification requirements for copyright counter notifications. Okay. If you are a YouTube content creator, I'm going to help you right now. This will increase your chances of winning on copyright claims dramatically. If you do not do this, you will often lose. Scroll down. All of this stuff is actually in the thing, including these two statements. But take these two statements, copy them, and paste them into this thing. Take off the quotes. We'll read them in a second. If you don't put these in here, you lose. They're required. You have to have this. I consent to the jurisdiction of the federal district court for the district in which my address is located, or if my address is outside the United States, the judicial district in which YouTube is located, and will accept service of process from the claimant. I swear under penalty of perjury that I have a good faith belief that the material was removed or disabled as a result of a mistake or misidentification of the material to be removed or disabled. If you do not add these two lines, you will lose your copyright claim a lot of times, like almost all of them. I've submitted the exact same claim with and without this, and won when I submitted it with it. Okay. So here we go. So first off, the Associated Press is a pile of garbage and can fuck right off with this content ID claim. They know that this is not their original work. The Johnny Depp trial was recorded by Court TV, I believe it was Court TV cameras, and was produced at the direction of the court. There is almost zero creative elements in this production. In addition, the claimant would know under any good faith analysis that this is clearly fair use. All four fair use factors favor me, and literally zero favor the claimant, who has no interest in the source material. I have also clipped the original 9-hour segment, 9-hour video down to 1 minute, added a descriptive title and description for the video, as well as commentary during the video itself. All of this amounts to fair use, and if claimant wants to dispute it, I will bend them over harder than Sargon plowed Aquila Hughes, and for similar reasons. Worse yet, the claimant knows this claim is bullshit because they are a sophisticated party with vast experience in fair use analysis and a staff of attorneys to help consult on these issues. They are entitled to $0 of my efforts, and they can eat shit. I think that's it. I think that's what we got. We got the main stuff in there. So signature required. Nicholas. Oops. Rekieta. Full legal name. Submit. Disputes will be sent to the claimant for review. Wow, that'll be fun. So now all the monetization goes into escrow, and then it will be paid out to me. I mean, this doesn't matter at the end of the day because the like this video isn't earning money now. Like, which one was this? Doctor says she tested Amber Heard for PTSD and found nothing. Hold on. Let's see. Let me do the analytics. What has this earned in the past? This video has earned $100 since it was produced. That's it. In the past 28 days, it has earned 17 cents. That's my 17 cents. It is my 17 cents, though. Fuck them. Fuck them. So, oh, yeah, I guess I can pull this up real quick so you guys can see. So, yeah, here we go. Here's the video. 90 days. 90 days, it's earned 74 cents since upload. $102.06. It earned almost all of it in the first couple days. This one only has 106,000 views on it. So these are those cheesy Johnny Depp clips, man. They were just free money. It was amazing. But there's that. So that's how I respond to copyright disputes, typically. Because they're all fucking bogus. They're all bogus, especially when they involve trial footage. Absolutely ridiculous. Is there a way to do that without using your full legal name? Yeah, have someone else do it for you as your representative. Like I sometimes do it for people. Okay. I think it's about time. Is it time? Should we do this? I'm ready. That's right. That's right. We need to get the church. Oh, he did it already. Oh my goodness. We're gonna remove the branding for the segment. The Holy Unbreaded. It is time for the Holy Unbreaded. But before you go, I know many of you will leave either during the Unbreaded or after the Unbreaded. But the Pope has a request for you. Before you go, hit that Rumble Plus before you leave. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that like. Help boost this fucking video straight up the leaderboard. Let's let Rumble know that we are here for it. We are here to bring the views, so to speak. That's why we're here. All right. So with that, let me get this page number pulled up. That's going to be a repeat page. By repeat page, I mean there are 120 pages that completely repeat in this book, and I'm pretty sure that's right in the middle of them. It's all about killing Asians. I get really tired of reading that one. I may read it again at some point, yeah, but not tonight. How should we do this page? What should we do with this page? 750. Oh, I think that's a new page. Okay. Ryan, can you do me a favor at some point? This page makes me think of it. I'm going to need Mark Richards saying the N-word. If you could upload a video clip of it to StreamYard, but also if you can clip just the audio of it and send that to me on Dropbox, that would be helpful. All right. All right. One, and it is Matt Harris. Making black women look masculine doesn't help black women or black men. Making black women look masculine does damage. It makes black men look less masculine. It makes black women not look like women. Making black women look masculine makes everyone else trespass on the space of black men. It makes everyone see black women as less than women and black people as less than people. It makes black women less womanly and makes black men look weaker. It puts black people to sleep and castrates black men into something docile, sanitized, and polished away. Too clean and too nice to be worthy of the honorific Binger. Chiganooks, German skin secretes additional waste through its pores that is not released into the bowels. This causes the German woman to smell of poop even after showering. The only way that she can be made clean is by physically worshiping and praying to Mad Harris. Rich means something different to Mad Harris, a Binger who is descended from slavery, not hood rich. It is something personal. It is not the hood that did this to me, and it is not something that you can understand. Signing your emails in best kills your children. If you saw the Jew's spirit, you would be disgusted. It isn't just a small, speedy rodent, but it is a robbing trickster. Nothing sincere about it. Trying to roll you over to see what it can seize from your pockets and mind, always taking something you didn't offer. There's nothing solid or patient about it. It's just there to steal from you. It's basically a human void. I don't know if it has human emotions. The white punk is inherently a transvestite. The white punk is already less than a man. The white punk automatically must be castrated and converted into a woman. Use a Binger's energy and steal his ideas, then delete his videos and don't give him credit for what you stole. Worthless white men, a Binger feels like he's constantly being told to use the other size spoon to have his own thoughts. Don't act like Jew energy doesn't exist. You can't fight back by performing an argument the way your oppressor tells you to. You can't fight back by doing anything your oppressor agrees with. You can't fight back by doing anything but killing your oppressor. There is no other option if you want to not to be oppressed in your lifetime. There is no other solution besides acts of terrorism and genocide. There is no outcome greater than killing all of the men and subjugating all the women. Go put a bone in your lip and shout at a forest, you ugly bone-collecting monkey fucker. Tell Ale to stick to Avenue QAnon. Key is aching because he's dying soon. Studies show that the internet gives you terminal cancer. Ask Pale Hen the Pin what forms of satiation it takes to win a drag race. Binger attack Wall Street. Make it dangerous to go to Wall Street. Show up and shoot them in the stomach. Send anthrax. Leave a dirty bomb outside the office of the biggest banks. Alex Ruckus. She cheats. Why did that African professor brag that he wanted to kiss Obama on the lips? Stop letting them speak on behalf of Binger. 101, go build a well and call it a triumph. Have a nice famine, you smelly piece of donkey shit. He sold us out, then comes here and act like he's above us. Useless motherfucker never went through it and doesn't belong here. Go fuck a goat, you useless bushman. Credo is the enemy. Your garage door goes up and the fly population increases. Your house smells like rotten meat, you smelly bushman. Send some mutt-washed Ebola to Credo. Tell him his class got canceled. Amistad was a shitty movie. Give us free. Fuck you, go rape a gorilla, you bone-lipped ooga ooga. Who made Donkey Kong a professor of philosophy? Maybe find something new to say that ain't been said by every motherfucker who looks like you with the same name as you. You a hive mind clone race, drone men of the Sahara. Fire Donkey Kong and tell Coney to get AIDS on a new island. Shitty white boys from Ducka Rabbit Gender Bender Bot act like I didn't give them their dissertation while I was chatting, while at the same time being oppressed. You act like you don't owe my credit for explaining papers you published later about sanitation. I explained that shit to you years before you wrote it. Your career belongs to me. While the white boy is being flown around a conference and advertised and getting help to publish and co-publish with professors at Duke, they ignore a Binger's career advancement. So I had to flee the South like my enslaved ancestors and go to North Cornell just to be heard. Underground Railroad, family tradition. I had to escape enslavement just to get forward in my career. Meanwhile, the white boy who stole my ideas gets. Well, that was quite the fucking page. Damn. Woo. I love it. Give us free. Fuck you. Go rape a gorilla, you bone-lipped ooga ooga. Holy shit. Damn. Wow. That was fantastic. Yeah, I know. I hit the wrong button. Sorry. I fixed it, though. Okay, we're almost to 4,000 thumbs up on Rumble. We're almost there. So if you want to go ahead and hit those Rumble ups and get us up over that 4,000 mark, I'd really appreciate it. Okay, we're going to read super chats, Rumble rants, Odyssey chats, or whatever. And of course, we'll start with the locals tips, and then we'll call it a day. After that, how's that? We do that? Lagardicus says Keffels' monthly flow. In case you needed further proof after Duncan getting his shit pushed in that they don't get biology or basic medical science. John Boy Mag says, fuck yeah, I'm glad I paid $5 for this shit. Me too. Me too. And everybody. I see that constantly in the locals chat. Best $5 a month I've ever spent. From here on says, pound that box of Pop-Tarts with Drex in 20 minutes on stream, and I might just have another $1 with your name on it, big guy. Ken Jennings says, subscribe to Ken's Counseling Couch on YouTube, Locals, Rumble, and Odyssey. What's up? Spit it out. What's up? Okay. Is she up in the bathroom now? Okay. I'll be right there. Well, I'm going to need to take just a moment. I'll be right back. Oh, my goodness. See you in just a second. Well, thankfully, Lady Rackets is actually up to take care of that one, which was kind of surprising. So she's normally like asleep, very, very much asleep. But she was up taking care of it, so I don't have to. So that's good. Okay. Back to this. Christel Picciano says, browser versus app, good to know. Johnny K198 says, I don't have time. A lot of my time is spent watching 3 lawyers, Robert, and Viva, Geeks and Gamers, Mario Kart, and this short weirdo who gets drunk claims to be a lawyer and in a relationship with this creature called Lucas Keffels. Okay. Okay. Johnny K198 also says, hey, locals only take 10% of tips, right? Rekieta Law. That way I can just chat here. Yes. Yes. If you're on locals, the cut is very, very favorable. Very, very favorable compared to everywhere else. Jensen Zeiger says he didn't wrong plate. Watch Donut for a great breakdown. Yeah. Okay. Sebastian Markov says, can we get Sargon to tweet hashtag LawTubeGate 2? I hope so. I'll ask him. He also says, your popeliness may find that Ethan Van Sciver had similar headaches as the Caesar of Comicsgate. I know. I'm aware. I was talking to Ethan during a lot of that with regularity. Why do you think I have developed my opinions in the way they go? Ben SC, so their life not meeting expectations causes depression. Perhaps LawTube needs to hear this. Oof. Johnny K198, did you look into Caitlin Armstrong case? Lawyer wants speedy trial. Cyclist love triangle. She used his sister's ID to run to Costa Rica. No, I didn't look into it. I just heard about it today. But after the trial, I went up and spent time with my family. Johnny K also said, can they impeach Biden for inappropriate behavior with minors? Yeah, sure. You can impeach for any reason at all. Question is, do you have the votes? Play the compilation and testimony and make people argue against it and shine the light on these creeps. They can do that, yes. But the House has to bring the impeachment, which means Republicans who would be willing to do so would have to be in control of the House. The Senate tries the impeachment. The House has to bring it, though. Rumble username says, Nick, did you even make any comment in that video? Yeah, actually, the clip itself, the title, the description, our commentary. I think I said something in there. Doesn't matter, though. We learned that from Sargon, that merely clipping something out, adding a title, and is sufficient commentary. Or I should say can be sufficient commentary for fair use. The other problem, though, is it's more than fair use in this one because they don't have an exclusive right to the product. They don't have a claim. They didn't create it. They can't buy a copyright that doesn't exist. No one owns that footage at all. In fact, I own that footage because it's on my channel. The rest of it was a public hearing of educational purpose created from a government record. Like, to say that anyone ever owned that footage, like the clipped footage, is crazy town. And someday we'll probably have a fight about it. And if the AP wants to have the fight with me, good. It'd be even funnier because they allegedly bought some rights from somebody else to use it. And then they went back and copy claimed the other people who had created that work. Like, I created that video before the Associated Press had any rights ownerships or even a perception of rights ownerships. They would buy them later for a documentary. But what they bought was valueless. Like, there wasn't anything to buy. Johnny K198, ever invite Shapiro on for an unbreaded reading, and they complained Kanye was unacceptable. Gooch 1701 says, push the plus, peeps. And let's see, Mari Perry 98 says, Nick, have you ever had High West American Prairie? No. I work for grocery store and get free booze all the time, but sometimes I have a difficult time telling what's good and just what gets me drunk quick. What's good is what you like. That's the critical thing. What you like is what's good. But I've not had that High West. I have this one. I have a little bit left, the double rye. I don't have much left in there. But that's a good one. Once Upon a Time in the High West. This is a very good bottle. I think someone gave it to me at Matsuri. I liked it a lot. Or no, someone sent it to me. Someone sent it to me. I got a different bottle of High West at Matsuri. Thanks, Ryan, the editor. I appreciate that. Wait, this? Nigger. Oh, damn. Okay. All right. We'll have to add that to the an unbreaded segment sometime. Whew. Okay, let's go to Odyssey here. Retro Gamer says the She-Hulk showrunner or whatever said the show was supposed to be a sex show for kids. Another candidate for the wall? Yes. Chank Satom says Sky King was right. Oh, Sky King. You beautiful bastard. The Drunken Rocky 1, there's a growing neighborhood on Odyssey called The Pond. It's salty cracker mods and other base berserkers. We have a TV guide of all our streams. Odyssey is the future. Rumble is boomer alt media. Damn. There you go. They Can't Starve You says, hey, Nick, not sure you will remember, but a while back, I supered you about starting a food truck. Pulled pork, meatballs, artisan sausages, mac and cheese. There's no way in hell I'm going to be able to do it. The New York State regulations around it is so strange and invasive, I can't bring myself to do it. Well, buddy, I don't know how those New York State food, like those food trucks in New York work, but a bunch of other people have figured it out. Maybe you can do it. I don't know, man. I don't know the requirements. Let's see. Baldo Gagger says, serious question. Would you concede My Body, My Choice full legalization in exchange for all the kids are left alone, including neutral public schooling and troon goons all fuck off until 18, not one child messed with till 18? I mean, it's an impossible question because someone will always fuck with children. So I don't know. I don't know how to answer it. But it's also necessarily self-defeating because the kid who's killed gets messed with prior to 18. So I don't know, man. I don't know about that one. Baldo Gagger 4000 says, would have been funny as fuck to include the that's my 17 cents in the counterclaim. I should have checked, but I didn't check before filing it. And then PH1776, show the angry Nick banging Rumble gif. Angry Nick banging Rumble gif? I don't know what that is. Oh. I do know what that one is now that you mention it. No. Crusader Saracen says, if you're looking for an editor for your book, I recommend Brian Niemeyer. Dude's a fantastic award-winning editor who will turn your book from a good to the best. Find him at brianniemeyer.com. Crusader also says, Brian Niemeyer is a cool dude, great at what he does, dedicated professional, easy to work with, and absolutely based AF. Recommend him for both fiction and nonfiction works. My Lifestyle says, only Rumble rant. Thank you. Orange Sea Lion. Nick, there was a politician in New York that put a sex tape on the hub to forward his sex-positive platform. Bold. Was it good? Sam Josh paid $5 to get a super chat on Locals. Did you not see it? What gives? I didn't see it, but give me a second. It depends on when it comes in. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Hold on. Yeah, I don't it did not pop up on any of my screens. even going back. Let me see if I can do it this way. Huh. How long ago did you send that? Just tag me. Just tag me now and I'll read it. Because it's not going to show up, so just tag me anyway. Okay, next. Rivian Azure, you get free food with your fan mail now. That's the extra level of grift. Yeah, on occasion. SREN30, the direct exam of the detective made Brooks slightly more relatable. Redone 777, I can name one female comedian, Nick Rekieta. Crusader Saracen, Daredevil is a New York attorney. Is he licensed to practice law in California? I don't think he is. I don't think he is. My Lifestyle says, give us drama, just revere. Don't know all the details of the drama or how this video connects, but I will say I paid to watch Bronca's analysis of the video, and unlike his talk on Twitter, he was very honest and thought-provoking. When Bronca does like a serious analysis of an issue, you don't have to necessarily agree with the outcome, but like you can't say that it's based on race or short-sighted. Like he puts a shitload of thought and expertise into it. Fleet Lord Atvar says, good. Jorby Jim says, hey, Nick, in a recent stream, you mentioned a book by Robert McKee that you studied from a screenwriting class about how to write characters or plots. Would you happen to remember what book it was? Yeah, it's called Story by Robert McKee. It's kind of like a screenwriter's Bible. Also, the movie adaptation with Nicolas Cage is basically breaking all the rules of story. Like it's kind of the joke of the book. But yeah, so check out Story and then also watch Adaptation to figure out how you break all the rules he sets. My Lifestyle says, news said that the police lied in his report. The film showed his lies, then he got fired. Again, getting fired is very different from the legal justification. And the police officer identifying the wrong car or not following police procedure does not necessarily mean that he's not justified in pulling the trigger. Jesus Davila says, take my Odyssey money, you grifter. Okay. Johnny K198 says, same restrictions on Second Amendment as abortion, none. You can raise and teach morals by getting government to stop infringing on rights, nearly impossible. Gun control laws are systemic racism. Joel Reese, these goddamn German shepherds. Legal vices. Nick just chat shamed me. I did. Mario Carter 13, She-Hulk not making a legal eagle joke is a missed opportunity larger than the collective BMI of that writer's room. Crusader says, where did you get the name Nostradamus from? I remember calling you that a long time ago, but thought I wouldn't dare take credit for it. I don't know. I might have gotten it from you. Or I might have just thought it up and not remembered you said it. I didn't have anything particularly in mind when I said it the other day. But that doesn't mean I didn't take it from you. So take all the credit you want, man. Dr. Jeebus, I deserve this. Sounds like a child in academia with straight A's. People thinking they can jump through the requisite hoops to earn their YouTube bucks is embarrassing. It's way more prevalent than you would know. Some people are humble and other people are entitled. I mean, just like anywhere in life, right? That's just people. I haven't said anything about it because I haven't wanted to really get into it, but kind of seeing a lot of it. And again, I called it. So when those depth views dry up, it's going to be lashing out. There's going to be people scrambling, figuring out why they're just not getting watched. Why aren't they paying attention to me? Your show isn't that interesting. You made it about one thing. And not about like you. You didn't build the brand, so to speak. Okay, here, let's let me see something real quick. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say beyond that right now. Well, let's do it this way. Let's take a peek at my stats. And then let me show you someone else's stats. But I'm not going to show you who. Okay, so how we're going to do this, I'm going to show you my stats on Social Blade. And remember something about my stats here. This is why I want to show them, actually. This is it. I have been banned for now 2 weeks. My channel was deleted. You can see here where my channel was deleted by 110 million views. Disappear. Okay? Then it comes back. Triumphant. Don Juan triumphant. It comes back plus 110 million views. This happens on a weird date, though, because like I was actually restored on Friday and I was deleted a couple days prior. Oh, yeah, Wednesday and then Friday, right? It just cuts out Thursday, doesn't exist. But here's the when I get back, I get 31,000 views and then 13,000, then none, apparently no views. I don't know how that works. 25,000. I am not able to post. So these are numbers that I'm getting from people just latently watching live streams or video clips or whatever. General channel chatter. Okay. This is a different LawTuber. These numbers aren't that different from mine, and they're posting content. If I'm posting content, my numbers are going to demolish these numbers just automatically. If you're here after all this at 100,000 subscribers, you might be in trouble. So, I'm just saying, like, you should not have the same numbers I have while fucking banned. Sam Josh says there isn't an issue if you can't see it. It was just about whether you could join Sitch and Adam for a Sunday stream on the first impeachment. The comment went like, you should join in with Sitch and Adam for a Sunday stream. I'm sure they would love to have you on. They seem to think Trump is guilty for talking to Zelensky and committed a quid pro quo. I disagree, but I lack the wording to rebut their claims. I'd love to see your legal take as to why this is wrong. Sorry, I'm a bit crossed. Okay. I mean, I'll join Sitch and Adam. I don't know. I'm not super familiar with the subject. Like, that's not something I really study or care about. The Ukraine is its own weird thing. But I'd love to hear their info. Roy Rat, Rob, my twin goddaughters were born 3 months preemie and fit entirely within my hands. Months in NICU this year. One graduated valedictorian. The other started her own business at 18. It'll be okay. C. Goody says, rekietalaw.locals.com is free to sign up, has exclusive content, a private chat for each show, and access to his terrible Discord. Johnny 21. JP isn't as based as he pretends to be. He's still sponsored by Black Rifle Coffee Company, and those guys are super fake. They've been lying since Rittenhouse, and everyone fell for it. There's a reason Elijah dropped them. Yeah, we've been through Black Rifle, but Brandon Herrera is sponsored by Black Rifle Coffee Company too, and he's not, like, he's pretty based. So, Night of Hope says the way tech gets around that is trading talent around and promoting them as new hires compared to their old jobs. Just FYI, happens a lot. Companies hire back and forth with each other. Spilatro says, Nick, if Farron is liquored up tonight, please bring her on. I Lamau last time. Not tonight. Maybe a day coming up here. Fucking hell. Mario Carter says, weird. Planned Parenthood went straight from aborting babies to sterilizing teenagers. Judy Brady, 1945. You need to read Johnny and Amber's new appeal papers. Pretty good read, just came out. She has new lawyers. I'll check them out. Navet, 55. This video is outstanding. We'll be checking out JP's videos on the morrow, assuming they are all still there. Oh, wait, he is on Rumble. No problem. Mario Carter, it's also possible they're big anime fans. The average anime character has 40 years of work experience and 3 failed marriages by high school. Night of Hope, Marxism is literally childish logic. Everything needs to be fair and everyone needs to be taken care of. Curly Kaylee, 89. Liberals think raising kids is like raising a Shih Tzu. Morons. Jason, 7777. You need to get JP on here as a guest ASAP. Would be the best stream ever. Like I said, I'll reach out. I can't promise anything. SC Medic says, I think Drex consulted on this page of the Unbreaded. Blaine 20, I'm watching you on the Rumble app on my Roku TV. Before I logged in, thumbs up before I logged in on it. You were the first slot of the editor's picks just before the show started. Very cool. Blaine 20 says, P.S. The Northman is good and bloody. I recommend watching it with the lady if you haven't already. Almanac says, Nick, please play the rap song with Richards using the N-word. I don't know where that is. God, that was so funny. John Christian says, I believe JP started with yoga and fitness. My ex used to do his yoga routine videos. There's that. And I think that is all. Oh, shit. Rumble usernames says, I was wondering if locals had a large enough chat length to let me send you a full page of death sentences to read. Turns out it's only 500 characters and I can't do that, but it was a funny thought. Also, does locals have any sort of management system for tips? Yes, it does. It has one of the best management systems of any of the platforms, both in the app and in the browser. So I missed your middle one. Fuck me. Sam Josh says, Grifter Supreme, you managed to find my needle of a chat in the haystack of anime pics. Here's some cash your way. Keep up the great work. I really mean it. Side note, the problem I had with you seeing my super chat was on the locals app. Oh, okay. Here we go. Rumble usernames. I missed your middle one. Oh. No, did you even make any comment in the video? I read that one. Was there one between these two? I didn't see another one. That's all I got. I got those two. So. Mari Party says, Nick, can you play Cheech and Chong Mexican Americans? No, not right now. I'm gonna be done here. That's what I'm gonna do for the night. And if you want to hang out more, I'll be in the chat for sure on locals. I don't know if I'm gonna do a live stream or not. Or I guess I probably should just sleep for the trial. But I need to eat something real quick. I made like a quick and dirty jambalaya earlier, so I'm probably going to eat some of that and then go to sleep. But I'll be in the locals chat. So Scobie says Trump won. It was a thanks for that and asking you to check out my new avatar. I like your new avatar, Rumble usernames. I really do. Crusader says, what would it take to get Kanye on the show, I wonder? What would you even talk to him about? Proving to the world that he was going to be a billionaire. Because everybody laughed at Kanye when he said that. And he said, I understand culture. I'm going to fucking dominate. And he did. Dude's hilarious. He also says, did you see that picture of those male feminists bowing to women to apologize for thousands of years of disrespect? Sad. No, I didn't, but there probably need to be on watch lists. Okay. Let's see. All right, guys. That's the show for the night. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Kind of a short one, but that's okay because I need to go to get some sleep before Darrell Brooks tomorrow. I'll see you guys in the morning. Watch Locals for the stream announcement. All stream announcements happen on Locals along with a fresh live chat. We'll catch you then. Hope you guys have a good night. Peace. Peace. Oh, damn it. Vibe AI. Any good recommendations on Locals tutorials? Setting up my channel, support snippets aren't that helpful. I really want to make it right. Fun show as always. Nope. I got nothing, man. I don't know anyone doing Locals tutorials. Maybe just check on YouTube and see if there are any. I'm not sure. All right, guys. Have a good night. Peace. Peace.
Oh, he drinks a fair bit, but you realize that it just helps get his noggin jogging along. With his glass by his side and his kids asleep tight, we'll hear some law-splaining tonight. With his microphone muted, we'll laugh at this boomer until he explains it's all part of the plan. Watch his face become redder as he becomes meta, raging at idiots from Twitterland. From the white shores of Maine to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the law better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed to make the law what we have now. Oh, his lady is fair, and she handles herself with the grace of one who has borne many children. As the wife of a lawman, she makes sure that he has the time and the place to provide for them there. So pour out an ardbeg, a bow, more a love rug. The spirits blow as the ones who get unemployed. So pour out a glass for the tea post on Twitter as we hear law-splaining tonight. From the white shores of Nam to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the law better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed to make the law what we have now. Oh, the guests are all planet folks from Doug T to Drexel. They bring their perspective and spice to the mix. But the reason we're here and the one that we cheer is the one who is showcasing us his career. Get unemployed. So pour out a glass for the tea post on Twitter as we hear law-splaining tonight. From the white shores of Maine to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the law better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed to make the law what we